Well, what's good? It's your boy Q. It's your boy Q to the motherfucking God. Oh, not big or small. What's good? It's your boy Q. It's your boy Q to the motherfucking God. Yeah. Hey, so now we looking official. We just can't see ourselves on this. But then we could hide the display, right? No, that don't make sense. I'm trying to figure out how that I can still see myself on the thing and hide the display capture camera at the same time. Either way, we gotta turn this all the way down. Mute this bitch. Let it play through so I can see myself. But yeah, what's good? Your boy Kitchen Motherfucker JD back in the building. Yes, sir. Sorry I've been missing in action for so long. For y'all that don't know, my damn phone broke. Okay. Um, well, like you can't tell from here, right? But like, look at the back. This is the back of the shit, right? In the front, you can't tell there's nothing wrong with it, but it went black screen. So like, I dropped it too many times, and I got some cracks on it in the front. But if I charge the bitch up, in fact, try to charge the bitch up so I can show you. This is why I titled. Look at this shit. You can't even see this. Turned on 2 seconds ago, but you can't even see the little health, little. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even see how much percentage you're supposed to be at right now, type shit. And when they turn on, I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. But this is why I call it. This is why I said life be life, and it's like that happened like 2, 3 weeks ago, or like a week or two ago. I had my old phone. Luckily, I had my backup phone, but still, it's like it should be wanting. It sometimes some things just be unmotivating me, really, like OD, like. And I won't even like cap, but like life be unmotivating me sometimes, and like I realized that that's why I was like, life be life, and that's a saying I came up with recently because it's like you can't really do too much about the shit that happened. You kind of gotta live through it. Like you kind of just gotta live your life regardless. But that shit be so hard sometimes when you used to having something on the side or on the next to you, or like just constantly having the things you need, and then you don't have the things you need to do what you want to do or do what you need to do. For instance, like life be lifing when you thought you had money in your account, but technically Netflix they wanted to come and take that $14 you owed them from last month. And you go in to check your shit, think you got money probably for gas in your car, but you don't got enough money for gas in your car. You feel me? Like because in life keep going on. They're like, all right, well, bet if you miss that payment, we still gonna come back and get that money from you. You feel me? Because it's life, and we need to get our shit going to live our lives. I keep our company afloat. Life be life, man. Think you had your keys today? Pockets full with money. Thought it could possibly been your keys. Today's that day you did not check. Leave the house. Life is life, and bro. These are your mistakes, but that's also part of life. Like it's just so much like day to day things. I feel like so my phone broke because it kept dropping every other day, and I'm like, yo, one day this shit gonna break. I need to get a case. I should get a case. I kept procrastinating to get a case for the phone. Boom, now my shit broken. Now I need a new phone. My life ain't over, but life is life right now because I don't got the funds for that shit. I need a new phone, but I don't got the funds. I need a brand new phone. Don't got the funds for that. At the time. At the time, the reason why I even got this phone was because my old phone was fucked up. which is the one I'm using right here. This is an 8. This is a motherfucking 11. Can't turn the bitch on. Excuse me, I have to fart. No caps. So like, shit, man. Like, I'm learning that like it's not like I don't know if you can even hear me fully. I mean, last time I checked, you could. But like, for me, it's been like this. My dad been telling me like, yo, you gonna experience life, and you. I'm talking about finally type shit, and it's like, yeah, I see what you're talking about, but like, we all been going through life shit, even when we was a kid. Life just been life, and it's just like as you get older, and I think as I hit like this, I hit 26 last November. I'm like, bro, we really go through this life hoping for so much better, and even with the riches, with all the riches that people have and shit like that, life still be life, and like niggas could be rich and still have problems. Like people act like being rich is gonna solve all their problems, but the end of their life is gonna life. What happens when you rich? You move next to a nice ass motherfucking nice ass apartment, nice ass mansion next to the water. You feel me? Somewhere next to the water. You feel me? But you don't realize that every other 3 years that you had before you moved out there, before you got rich, every 3 years there be a flood that whole situation. They always fuck up niggas' houses. Life be life, and no matter how rich you get, I feel like we are all living in a day and age where we forget that we are living our own lives, and that life will continue with or without us in it, and it always has. The life around us is just always. I feel like this is just something that's on my heart heavy. That like everybody that got issues make their issues seem so big, knowing damn well that like most people got a lot of the same issues. Like, and if not the same, similar, very similar issues in life. And I feel like we're at this point in time in life where we're not taking that serious enough to be like, like life is life. This life is going to happen this way. Like life is going to start showing us. The older we get, the more brutal and more cruel and more harsh, and how more peaceful and how more happy and more stressful, like I said, mainly, life can really be. I don't know. Oh, my phone fully charged, so now y'all can see what I'm talking about. Oh, well, I did it 2 minutes ago, but you can't even. Here you go. It's turning on just a little bit. This shit like this. Yeah, you can see it now. I'm about to see. I'm trying to see it on my phone. Okay, yeah. So it's just like my phone crack and shit like that. I be forgetting sometimes that life gonna continue. You gotta figure out another way. Sometimes with me, like I get distracted with certain shit in life, and we don't realize that life sometimes like literally like we get caught up. I feel like some people get depressed and stuff like that because people forget that life move on. You get caught up in that one feeling. You get caught up in a lot of emotions that we have right in front of us, like as we're living in it, and we sometimes feel like we don't know what to do with ourselves. And RP my boy Lil Wayne, because genuinely was one of those people who always seemed like no matter how hard he told me how hard his life was, it seemed like no matter how hard his life was, he managed to have a smile on his face. He managed to make the most of it and have fun. But he was struggling. He must have been struggling with something deep down. Not being good enough, not feeling loved, whatever it is. He couldn't continue. He didn't want to continue his own life.
And it really does hit me differently knowing that, like, didn't reach out to us, knowing that he didn't call anybody. He just decided life was too much. Like, whatever he was going through was too much. You know what I'm trying to say? In life, because his life is not. He doesn't live here. Doesn't live. He's not living on in his human body. He's living on in spirit and living on in an afterlife. You know, in that part, still it doesn't register with me to this day because, like I said, he was one of those people who kept a smile on his face. He started to achieve. I said achieve. He started to achieve a lot of his dreams and a lot of his goals. Started to achieve things that I haven't even achieved yet. As far as like the little goals, like getting a car, like doing things like that, and not saying that like, but me and him always had that competition, and like knowing that he was like my little brother and shit like that. He was achieving so much, but it hits me knowing that like I had to continue life like after him, like knowing that like I can't sit here and shut down and want to do the same thing he did because you know he lost his life, or want to sit there and have to sit there and soak in that, knowing that he chose what he chose to do, which was you know take his own life. I'm just tired of feeling like, not even feeling. I'm tired of knowing that I could die any day, but I let so many things bother me, knowing that I might not be able to have these things bother me anymore. Like I don't think people get that shit either. Like the same things that bother us and the same thing that's in this life that's keeping us like so here, that's keeping us so here and not keeping us so wanting to die as well. It's gonna be the same things that most people gonna miss. Like most people don't realize when they like you're gone, you can't miss anything anymore. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you can't even, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You can't miss anything anymore. You can't feel anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I know this podcast is gonna be kind of deep and kind of hard, but like there's a, you know, the ending part and the main lessons that I want to get to is that life is not going to be easy, but life is life, and it is a beautiful thing, and you should definitely appreciate every day that you're here, no matter how hard life gets and how hard life is. My quote for you today to take away is that life is going to life. The life is everything about life is literally the birth and the raising and then the death. Like it hits so differently when people don't go out by natural causes. I think it hits differently when someone gets taken or their life is taken away from them or they take their own. And I think that genuinely it's way more harder for a person to accept uh life, accept the life that was given to them than it is to just take it nowadays, especially nowadays. Like I feel like people feel like they have power. People feel like they have too much power and not enough. I feel like they have power but not enough control. It's like Superman. Like Superman had self control over himself in order not to just dominate and take over the whole world. Like he had enough self control to just want to be helpful and I think people should take a lot of animes and superhero and comic movies and shit like that kind of to heart because they have real life moral stories. Like Superman did not decide to like just because he had the most power in the world didn't mean he decided to take over. He decided to help the people who were less fortunate than him and stuff like that. But to say all that was saying like I think a lot of people have too much power in the world nowadays in themselves, like guns and all that other stuff, to end somebody's life, take their own, or even not enough control in their own lives to make that conscious decision that it's not okay to really take somebody's life. Life is life, and the way a person should go out should be by a natural cause, and if not a natural cause, an accident. and that's still natural. Like that's still life. Like that's if accidents happen, like for instance, car accidents or certain stuff, that's life happening and stuff like that. There's always reasonings behind it, but it's still life. Reasons for why and how come we don't fully know how come why how, but we know that life is gonna continue life. And how long we been on here for? And that's the one thing I think I've been hitting. It's been hitting me so hard, like that life really does life. Like afterwards, like my death might not mean as much as this other person's death to the community, but in general, the fact that the life is over and the life is done, to like me, I was about to say, I think the part that makes me think about that is just like knowing that who I'm gonna hurt when I go. You know what I mean? Which would be my family, my friends, you know, how the people will feel when my presence is gone. But trying to accept the fact that life is going to life. Like, and after some of my friends and family have gone, life has had to continue. You still had to go to work the next week. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the time, if it wasn't a family member or something like that. Shout out to whoever else just joined. Appreciate you. But like you just realize like life is going life, like continue life, and after you're gone, you're gonna realize too, like, or you have to accept the fact that sometimes people in your life weren't meant to stay there forever. That's part of life. Some of your friends that you thought would be your friends forever ain't your friends forever. It's just life. People grow apart. Things happen in life. Like trees fall off leaves. I mean, trees fall. Leaves fall off trees. My fault. I was trying to be all cool and shit. Say that shit cool and fast. But leaves fall off trees every year. Seasons change every year. People change every year. The way we live changes every year. The world itself has evolved and changed over the years. So why don't we ever think to ourselves that change is natural, change is always going to come, and life is always going to have that actual aspect of life, like that it changes. And the people that's around you change, and the situations and the like all changes. I feel like I'm saying stuff that is obviously very well, like it's blatant and very much everybody understands this, but I feel like certain people in this generation don't say it like that. Like they don't put it in this blatant straight aspect that life is always changing, ever changing, and you're always gonna look at somebody and feel some way if they did change, but you can't because you've changed yourself. Nobody stays exactly the same. And I'm gonna say that. I think I can say that word exactly. Like, nobody actually stays the exact same. Attitude change. Something might have changed. It don't have to be the most dramatic change in the world, but everybody goes through some type of change that you might not notice before you go, and that part is the change that you didn't even get a chance to experience in life. And that's what I'm saying. Like life really be life, and like you will go before you got a chance to experience some shit. Now everybody else gets to experience this while you watch over. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really think about that shit because I guess my dad put that into my head as a long time ago that, like, really, he could die at any moment. I could die at any moment. He put that in my head as a very young kid. Like I want to say the age was, like, you know, like 8, 9. Like, then one day you're going to have to take over, and one day you're going to have to, you know, But I didn't take it too seriously because I haven't experienced death like that. I didn't experience what it's like I didn't at the time, never experienced what it was like to lose and have to go through an emotional change when you lose somebody, because a lot of times you do. People don't realize it. Some people don't see it enough, but sometimes if you lose somebody close enough, you go through an emotional change or a dramatic change in your mind, in your body, in your spirit sometimes. Sometimes. I'm not saying everybody, but I definitely know that after thinking about this shit for so long, it's like definitely people don't take this seriously enough. I feel like so. It started off with the phone being dead, but you know it really goes into playing like this life be life in. When I say that, like it's like a real like saying for me though, like because we get up every day and don't think that things are gonna happen, but things do happen. You know what I'm trying to say? You get up and think you have enough, like I said, money or even energy to get up today, and it doesn't always happen that way. But my best advice to the people who do care about their lives and do want to live this life to the most peaceful and grateful experience, I think you have to take every moment that you get. Even like, all right, for instance, so like my phone broke that day, and I can't like talk or text nobody. I can't. I barely can get home. You know what I'm saying? Like when we always think we're in the worst situations, it's like, yo, but this is life. Like life didn't say today was gonna be a fucking easy ass day for you. Life didn't even say today was gonna be an easy day for the people on the news. I remember waking up one day, the sky is fucking clouded, like with fucking ash in the air because there's a fire from New York. And I don't know if y'all remember that, but like they saying we gotta stay inside. Shit's too bad. Niggas is wearing masks. Like life be lifing, bro. And when I remember when I didn't have the phone, I forgot how I even got home. I think the lady let me on the bus. The lady said, "Go ahead, get on the bus." And I'm like, "Damn." So I could have had like two options. I could have had the whole, "Nah, fuck out of here. You don't got no money. You can't get on the bus." Or I got blessed that day. Luckily, lady said, "Go ahead, man. I see you. You feel me?" Got on the next bus the same way. Got home to my other phone. Luckily, and I was able to use that. Luckily, I transferred the Sims card over, but I didn't let it bother me as much as I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Fuck my phone, fuck." But I'm like, yo, this just life though, bro. It's partially your fault for not putting the case on the bitch. You feel me? Partially your fault for depending on your phone for everything. It's partially your fault for not whatever, but that's life now. Like now you got to deal with that part of life. Like, all right, so what you gonna do here from the next? But like I said, I think my best is game plan for your own little daily like life issues, and start putting your own self in a position where you know that, all right, well, if this is like I've had this happen to me in life, the experiences you had, even though it could be a little similar, it could be a little different. Just make sure you take those key moments and learn from them. Like learn from the moments where you made the mistakes in life, and try to better yourself the next time for those like moments that you're not prepared for. And it's like we all can say that, try to prepare yourselves, but it's like, what do you do really? I mean, like every and anything. Lately, I've been working out, and people ask me like, oh, "What you training for?" I'm like, "Bro, everything. Fuck it. I need to start training for the apocalypse. I need to start training for outbreaks, herpes outbreaks. I need to fuck it. I don't know, bro. I'm learning about myself, and I'm more worried about like life, and like actually like turning around and being like a movie, like the shit that we already are going through. You feel me? Like, so like I don't know. Lately, I just been thinking to myself that like can't really prepare, but you could prepare yourself for how much you want to deal with the life, and how much peace you want in your life, and what choices you decide to make to bring that peace and that life that you want into existence. Because change, you definitely have to go through a couple changes, and definitely go through a couple things in life that you didn't want to have to do or have to go through. For instance, like losing a phone, or you just got a phone, this shit dropped through the elevator shaft. Now you got to get a whole new phone, and you just paid for this shit. Or your mom broke her ankle, and she was the only person to make money in the crib, and you was living with her, and now you got to pay the bills because she can't go to work for 2 weeks. or a month or whatever. Feel me? Or she had I like it's just so much life that be. But I think another thing is too to find somebody else that you can talk to about life and have similar issues, but like y'all know that y'all gonna be okay and life is gonna be good. Like that one person you could talk to and they always seem like they're in a decently good mood or whatever. I've learned that gives me. You gotta learn to take that though and not be jealous of it. You know, take when that person's in a good mood and take the vibes that they give you because like that person's telling you to have a good day or whatever, and you're like, nah, bro, I can't. Cause yes, you can. You're still alive. You're still moving. You're still breathing. You still have a chance to do whatever you want in life. And we've all, by social media, by examples, we've all seen people change their lives for the better and change their lives for good. Life be lifing for a reason. Life can life in the worst ways, and life can life in the best ways possible. It's about how you take every day that you are alive that will take you to what part of life you want to be at. Now I'm like, some people are like, but no, it was born into this situation. Yeah? You alive today? Can you possibly make that change today? Oh, I don't know. It's so much. Life be lifing. Don't give up hope. And don't give up your dreams. Don't give up your thought processes because life was lifing. Life is going to keep lifing no matter how much you think it's better off to be dead than alive in this lifetime. You won't understand the difference. You will never get to know how you felt being dead. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so, one, since I did touch on my boy Lil Wayne, anybody who has thought about suicide or anybody who has issues with suicidal thoughts or any of that, talk to someone. Let me know. Give me a shout out. Give me a call. Give me anything. Or put your name. I don't even know. Any anonymous, whatever. It could be whatever, bro. But I don't want anybody to go through that alone. Knowing that, I don't want to say anybody, but at least my boys, especially my guys, but anybody in general, that's why I'm making this podcast, bruh. It's just like, I know how it could be when you're thinking so, you know what I mean, negatively about life, I guess. When you're not seeing the good sides, when you're not seeing the grass that's greener on the other side. Just know you're going to go through life, period, and there's going to be times in your life where there's green grass. You just have to be open to seeing where that green grass was and where that green grass is. Because we all got green grass. It's just about whether you want to appreciate it or not. We all got good lives. It's about whether you want to appreciate it or not. I won't say we all got good lives. Everybody goes through struggles, but the life that you're still here, if you're still on this earth and you're still, I think you're just blessed and you have an opportunity to change that. So I want to say, don't give up that mindset that life be lifing. You know what I mean? For good and bad, green on the other side. Could be brown on one side, but green on the other. And that could have been yesterday. It was brown. Today is green. Because you alive. That's my point. I think that's my main point. That you're alive. And even though life be lifing, don't forget, you're alive, bro. You can't feel nothing when you're dead. You can't understand the feelings of being dead. You only can understand the people's feelings for the people who died. So I'm gonna just say RIP again to my boy Lil Wayne. I tried to make this a little shorter, but but I hope everybody has a great day. Hope everybody understands that, like I said, life be lifing, man. Like, somebody asked me like, how is everything? I'll be like, life is lifing. I got bills. If I didn't have bills to be paying right now, I'd be a lot happier. But I'm still happy that I'm alive, that I got everything straight. I still could clean up my place. I still could move. I still could walk. I still could I can go call whoever I want to. Life is still lifing, even though certain things ain't going right. My life is still good. I'm still happy. My peoples is still alive. That's what I mean by taking that every day. Even though it could be real brown right now, there's patches of green. There's growth coming. There's more coming. If it gets worse, make sure you're looking around at them patches, bro. Because I'm telling you, them patches is what keep you here. Anyways, y'all, like I said, I hope everybody has a great day, man. Life be lifing. Patches, green grass. Learn that. Hey, I don't need to go back over it. You already know. Hey, man, we've been slacking, but we coming back in. Hey, we've been slacking, but we coming back in. Word to me. We coming back in. We tapping back in. We here. So I just want everybody to know. Probably dropping some shit tomorrow. And I gotta go to work. I've been working OD, like life been life, and I've been working like hard right now. Like I've been trying to go hard at work so I could make enough money and get some more equipment. And set this shit up, shit like that. So yeah, have a good day. Please go tune into my God damn it, my gaming shit. Me and Chris been going hard. Put a W in the chat for my boy Chris. Dewey had swept me the other day, then he had beat me again. If y'all ain't on that gaming channel, y'all missing out, man. In Resident Evil, go check out that Resident Evil. And tomorrow we're gonna drop something new. It's not new, it's really gonna be similar to this, but just new to the channel. Love each and every one of y'all. Life be life, man.